Hi, this is Brian Jepson here at Android Open Conference. We're live streaming right now, and I've got Mossimo Banzi with me. He is the co-founder of Arduino. Mossimo, if the only thing I knew about Arduino was that it was invented in a bar named Arduino, is that true?
Well, the name came from the bar. Yeah. It was invented in a town called Ivrea, and then we had to find a name, and we came up with all these sort of geeky names, and I thought, let's just call it Arduino, like the bar where we get the drinks. And, you know, it's thick, and it's working. It's quite unique.
And so, if all I knew about Arduino was that it was named after a bar, how would you describe Arduino to somebody?
Well, Arduino itself is a system of a piece of hardware and software that lets you program microcontrollers, the small chips that are in everyday objects like your microwave oven. So you can now program them with very little knowledge about electronics and very little knowledge about software, which before it was very complicated, it was only for engineers. So now people can actually use these processors to make objects that are interactive, that they respond to the outside world. So, you know, we started off with the design students, and now we're working with kids. So it is, in my opinion, very simple.
So it's a little board with a microcontroller on it. I like to tell people it's kind of like the Apple II for this generation. Is that fair?
Well, it would be really nice if that was. There's a nice community happening around it, and I think the difference between this and the Apple II is that it's supported by a very good community, and the fact that it's open source really lets other people develop from Arduino, so it's less based on a company trying to sort of be the sort of proprietary manufacturer of things, more like somebody who drives a community that makes beautiful things.
So we've got this huge community that has grown up around Arduino. You've got this amazing board that's, the design is open source, the physical design of it's open source, the software is open source, and now, in a matter of, is it weeks or a month, these are going to be in almost every RadioShack in America. Is that true?
Yeah. So there was this process that led to signing this agreement with RadioShack. So they now are buying a bunch of Arduinos, and they are going to be make them available in all the stores they have in the US. I don't know exactly the exact sort of geographical distribution, but for us it's amazing because it means that, you know, we now are really available to anybody that can walk into a store and buy it. Before it was sold, I would say 99% online, and now it's available for somebody who wants to invent, walks into a RadioShack and buys it. And also with all the other parts that sort of you need to invent something.
That's amazing. And so is this the first time an open source hardware project has been in a major retail store? Tough question, huh?
I don't know. As far as I know, it's probably true, because I cannot recall an open source hardware product that actually is sold as retail, really.
So this is big. So I think, do you think people will be camping out in front of RadioShack for Arduinos?
No, I don't think we are at that level. And also, I tend not to encourage the kind of cult of personality. You know, I should be camping out of the house of people that buy Arduinos to go like, yeah, you know, it's different.
And I think that's why you guys have a community, because that's how you think.
We hope that the community understands that you know, we're not just a regular company, but we're a group of people that try to provide tools, and then we love to see what the community makes, and we love when the community takes our work forward, and it's just amazing.
Now there's a version of Arduino that talks to Android devices. And there's a lot of interest about that here at the conference. Tell us a little bit about the sorts of things that you can do with this. It's the Arduino Mega 80K, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is a sort of an enhanced Arduino board that is able to talk to Android phones. And then last May, Google actually released APIs that were based on Arduino. So they made their own version of Arduino in order to release these APIs, so that you can have the phone talk to these physical accessories, and so you can, you know, they show that you can interface, for example, your phone to an exercise bike in a gym, so you can collect the data. I'm interfacing this blood pressure monitor that I have with the phone, and then I'm pushing the data to Fitbit so that I can have all the data in one place. And so there's other people. We are working also on the idea that you can use a phone or a tablet as a way to run scientific experiments in a school. So the tablet, a cheap tablet, becomes a nice educational tool that has multiple sort of applications. And also there's like a huge robotic community that are using their Android phones to drive robots. And today we heard that, and NASA is making satellites that have an Android phone, and they use an Arduino to read sensors inside the satellite. So
that's amazing. So NASA is putting Androids and Arduinos into space.
Apparently, I just learned it this morning, and it's quite incredible.
Well, congratulations on all your success, and congratulations to the Arduino community. They're just making our lives a lot better. Really appreciate having you with us here.
Thank you very much. Thank you.